ever wonder why people choose to give handmade cards over these readily available mass printed cards? That's what we're going to talk about today.
So, our first reason is that it's not mass produced. When you go to a card store, it is very convenient. But how many of the same card are in that pocket? Several of them. Whenever you go to like a birthday party or maybe a wedding shower or a baby shower, you're going to notice that the store-bought cards can duplicate. And in some categories, there's only a few of one kind. So there's a good chance that if you get one of those store-bought cards, you're probably going to end up having the same card as someone else. When I got married, I went through all my cards and 3 of them were the same. Now, I appreciated the cards, don't get me wrong. I very much, I enjoyed the thought and the effort of picking out the card and, of course, the gift that was inside the card. But, a handmade card, there's only one of a kind. And I can guarantee you, it's not going to be the same as someone else. And there's more thought put into it, and there's more appreciation behind it. If you read our About Us page, you would have read part of my story is that I lost my youngest daughter. Now, at the time of the funeral, everyone shares their condolences, and most often it's through a card. And I got one handmade card out of over 250 cards. And out of those 250 cards, I can tell you that I remember that one card. So you definitely make a statement, you definitely show appreciation, and there is just more thought put into it. So someone else so the recipient that is going to receive your handmade card, they're most likely to remember it because it has more meaning. So our second reason for giving a handmade card is that it makes a very long-lasting impression. There's a silent communication with a handmade card that says, I value you, or I appreciate you, or I love you. Couple of stories. When I was teaching, I used to give my co-workers, my fellow teachers, handmade cards throughout the year. And man, they looked forward to those handmade cards. I was known for those kind of gifts. Even though a card isn't necessarily a gift, but it could be a gift, they knew that card was not only took some effort and took some thought, but it took care. So I made that impression upon them. And many times I did attach it to a gift. So definitely know that it makes an impression. Also, I used to avoid giving cards many years ago unless it was your gift. I have now realized that sometimes it makes more of a statement than the actual gift. So I do include a card now with every gift. It's not an either or an or. It's definitely letting a person know, hey, I really did put some thought into this and I really do care. So our second reason, again, for giving a handmade card is that it makes an impression and it really speaks of your heart. So our third reason for giving a handmade card is that it's not rushed. Sure, you can stop at a grocery store or a card store or a drugstore really quick, and sometimes that's what we need to do. There's nothing wrong with having to stop really quick and buy a card, but more often than not, a handmade card really says, I took time to make this for you, or I took time to find this for you. Whenever you stop at a grocery store, again, you're going to notice that there's many cards to choose from. But again, it seems like, oh, I just quickly stopped by, got you the card, slipped the gift card in, licked the envelope. And sometimes that's the impression you give. Like, okay, here, got you your gift, so long, farewell. And other times, not necessarily. It is a token of thought and love and appreciation, but there's no second guessing with a handmade card. So our fourth reason for giving a handmade card, it will be remembered. And as I stated before, at my wedding, I got 3 of the same cards. That's not quite the memory I think that those people wanted me to have. but the person who did make the card for me that I do remember all these years later, I remember it. And it's also something that often gets remembered more than the actual gift. Nobody's necessarily going to remember, the salad bowl that you gave them, or sorry, these are my notes. The salad bowl that you gave them, or the item on the registry. They may or may not. Don't get me wrong, but the chances are pretty good that if you give the handmade card, that's what's going to be remembered. And why? Because of all the reasons I've already given. It's meaningful, it speaks of the heart, it's valued, it really shows an expression, right? Which is what we all want. We want to be valued, we want to be thought of. So in this case, this is where the thought counts, and you're going to get a lot of points. And for the fifth reason for giving a handmade card is they're cool. It's that simple. They're really neat, okay? There is just some charm and some awesomeness behind a handmade card, okay? Everybody wants to look at it at whatever event you are at. So again, whether you're at a shower or a birthday party. Matter of fact, I just went to a bridal shower here not too long ago, and everyone did stay for the gift unwrapping. And when they got to my card, everybody wanted to see it. Nobody takes time out to actually look at a store-bought card. It was like, it might get read out loud and you might appreciate the sentiment that's inside, but it was actually passed around as if it was just like, oh. And that's so thoughtful and it's cool. And I like the fact that, it was appreciated. But again, the unspoken statement behind it and how cool they are. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if you don't make handmade cards, no worries. We do have some handmade cards available in our website. So if you go to craftasticcabin.com, which is in the link below, you'll be able to find various handmade cards. So that way you don't have to worry about trying to learn how to make them. We already have them for you. And if you do make handmade cards and you have other reasons that I haven't mentioned of giving them, please comment below. Or if you have an experience from giving a handmade card that you would like to share, we would love to see those in the comments below as well. So check out our website, give a thumbs up if you did like this video, because that way you'll actually get to see more of these videos, okay? And don't forget to subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more of these types of videos coming your way. Take care, everybody.
Please don't forget to subscribe and click the like button, and check out our website in the link below. Thank you.